has a full black pedigree. Full black pedigree. Her blackness is never in question. Her brother was so black, he abandoned that shit and was still black. We never gave up on Michael. That nigga died as a 40-year-old white woman and we never gave up on that nigga. I don't want to hear that shit. I am not trying to hear that shit. It's over. It's over. Kamala is not black. She was never black. And honestly, I prefer it if a lot of you niggas wasn't black. Y'all can go over there with Kamala as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I think I'm done with the rant now. We're going to welcome the panel up into the show. I had to get this blackness off my chest. Some things that you can't say properly without a nice beat and a guitar accompaniment. Just doesn't hit right without the proper soundtrack, if you feel me. And I'm still going. Deacon Dave, I'm still going. Full eye contact. Unbroken deep into the heart of her soul. I'm always going. I'm never not going. Anyway, I'm done. What's good? Welcome to the panel, y'all. We got Turin Flame. We got Dirty Folks. We got Trey up here. We got Freeman's Journal. All right, Turin, you were first up on the panel. What's going on, bro? I know you're not black. You don't have the young black experience, but I'm gonna ask you, as a young, I'm assuming you're white, but as a young white kid, did you have a crush on Janet too?
Not really. No.
All right, fine. Okay, fair enough, but whatever.
You know, it's sad to see, but it's extremely predictable. Like this kind of behavior of cancelization, we've seen it ramping up over the years, and now it's gone to the point where it's like the snake eating its own tail. Like Kamala, like she's clearly Indian to me, but they like suddenly want her to be black. It doesn't really make that much sense until you consider that like racial identitarianism is pretty much the only thing that a certain segment of the population even cares about at all. And to me, it's like a sign of desperation that they're like clamping down on that one issue so hard to where they're going to throw away like, you know, famous people like Janet Jackson away. Like throw
you know
her
what's
under the
interesting about her being Indian, Turin? Indians, for ironic historical reasons, it's fucking hilarious when you get into it, but Indians consider themselves to be Caucasian, right? And so for Kamala to be Caucasian, to be Indian, what's really happening is that you're trying to sell off this like Caucasian subset bitch as a black woman. It's really hilarious when you really break down the factual nature of certain things, right? Because Indians, to look it up, they consider themselves Caucasian.
I mean, I suppose they're more genetically close to Caucasians than sub-Saharan Africans. That's
They're sub-Caucasoids, technically.
Yeah. I mean, if you look really far back in time, you could see that there's a Scythian influence, like in their ancient past.
No. Let's say the bad word. It's called the Aryan Indo invasion.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. I mean, that was a long time ago. It's not
like I just find it hilarious. Y'all swear y'all white.
Well, I mean, you could see that sun symbol in a lot of different places. You know, it just kind of pops up like when you look at that time period a lot. And yeah, you can see it there too. You don't really see it in sub-Saharan Africa though. So I can only assume that there's not a whole lot of like even vague cultural links there. So it's really like the only thing that they're going off of is her skin tone is dark. You know, I mean, that's just skin deep reasoning to me. And I don't even care. Like, that's the most important part is like, how is she going to do her job as a president? And seeing as how she did her job as Attorney General in California and how she's been as a vice president, um, like I don't think that things are going to be looking too hot if she gets elected, or if she gets installed rather. Um, but honestly, like I'm not actually that concerned about things being all that different from how they are now. Like let's say that Kamala gets in there, no matter what she says or does, she's going to be signing the same bills that Joe Biden would have because she's basically in the same position. Like she's just going to do what she's told.
Well, yeah, I agree with you on that. She's definitely the Biden administration. Like she wants to break from Biden, but she can't really break from Biden. So she's gonna be a continuation of everything that already sucks. I want to kick it to Dirty Folks real quick, man. What's going on, Dirty Folks? So we sacrificing black royalty for this new chick. She smells like curry.
The worst thing that Janet Jackson ever did to me, right, was put on fake braids and poetic justice. Calling Kamala white is nowhere near as bad as her acting in poetic justice. She's done worse things, and we stuck with Janet.
Stuck with her heavy, bro. Couldn't break me.
She went out there, had a 5-year deal. Dude said, "Look, I'll marry you. If you give me a son and keep me married for 5 years, I'll give you $50 million." She wore a hijab, dropped a son on her first try. It wasn't no baby girls, but no misfires because she's a goddamn winner.
Had a boy, like a prize racehorse, bro.
Had a boy, got divorced 5 years, 2 days, bro. She did her time, came home from the joint, 50 mil strong, and kept the baby. Her baby is a literal prince. These bitches talking about your mixed baby. Her baby is a fucking Saudi prince. You could never, bitch.
You bitches fuck bum ass drug dealers, niggas hustling quarters for the rest they whole life. Your baby a prince. You call your baby prince to get that nigga more confidence. The fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here. Janet from Gary, Indiana, whole family vice lords. They shoot up the block. You want to fuck with that? She's a winner. I'm not going against a winner for a goddamn hijab. I don't even like curry like that. We ain't canceling Janet.
It's not even a right curry, bro. That's Indian curry. It's not even like Jamaican curry. You don't even understand. They be trying to sell some counterfeit. Indian curry ain't the same curry. You want Rasta curry.
I cancel Janet for a lot of things. For money, for a turkey sandwich with just the right amount of tomato. But for Kamala, never. That shit crazy. Shout out to Janet.
Bro, what's going on, Trey, man? Are we canceling the allegedly Jamaican Kamala Harris for the Indiana princess?
Hell yeah, we've been canceling Kamala, man. We don't like, man. Look here, man. My mom, people's in them. They don't claim Kamala. Neither does her dad.
That's the other thing too. I don't think people notice that they hinge her blackness on her dad allegedly being black because he's from Jamaica. Her dad don't even fuck with her. So like, even if your dad's black, your black side don't fuck with you. What that tell you?
Yeah, and it's and I know some like Jamaicans of Chinese descent, man. Man, you get your ass kung fu kicked in the throat. You call them Chinese. Like that one woman was up there. You want to fight on your hands, but it's all that. It's the good thing, man. It's how you see this, like you said, this black being trying to push around the globe, and it's what it is, man. I don't claim that shit. I don't, wish that shit on nobody. For people that do, is what it is. But you see the stupidity of niggas now coming out with this old Kamala Defense Force. But I'll take it a step further. You know me, I'm in the rabbit hole. This is a distraction from the diddler. Hey man, there's people deleting their Twitters, their X accounts, their Instagram because they're on the diddler list. And what better the distraction than the Queen of Pop, Janet Jackson, or Princess of Pop?
She makes for a great distraction, you know. She was very distracting in her prime.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know, man. More sensationalism on the news. End of the day, fuck Kamala. She's had 3.5 years, the fake election shit. She ain't did shit with it. You got handed the White House, you ain't did shit. But fucking make fucking diesel prices higher and eggs like $20 for fucking 6 dozen.
Hey, Trey, I know you
Fuck
on the
you.
road. You might have noticed this, Trey. Isn't it odd how as we get closer to the election, gas prices are trying to hit all new lows?
Oh yeah, they talk about it too. Gas prices are 20% lower than they were last year. Motherfucker, what were they in 2020?
Like that's very ironic. I expect them to shoot right up right in December, though. By the way, Freeman's Journal, bro. What is going on, man? So
Game.
you canceling? Are we gonna cancel Janet? Or are we gonna cancel Kamala? Who we keeping, bro?
Oh, we're keeping Janet. Every ounce of Janet, and no, I don't even know who Kamala is. I don't know that, bro.
I don't even know this woman.
And it's
Look at
so
Janet.
funny, man.
Janet was on stage looking for me that night. I couldn't be there because I was too young, but she was looking for me that night. I just have y'all know that.
Right? No, man. No, this whole thing is just hilarious. It's like I made the comment online. It's like some people are going to take the deal, right? Black people, they want to be lapdogs to power, right? Their Pavlovian training is so complete that they don't care, right? Whatever the progressive Democrat Marxist coalition tells them to do, they will they will reiterate it, they will promote it, they do not care. And you see how the Breakfast Club was a whole bunch of black women, right? Bunch of black women and gay black men. That's what they're gonna do. And it's I don't know, interesting. It's just part of the greater reformation of black culture. So no, we ain't keeping Kamala.
You know what's so crazy about what you just said, Bert?
Uh,
Janet very well may be for what women, gays, and felons are for my exodus of black and trying to take y'all with me. Janet may be for Donald Trump accidentally. If you're gonna peg Janet against Killer Cam, and I'm looking at that performance that he just dropped with Janet just walking, right? She ain't as cold as her brother. Her brother just stands still and everybody faint, but she walked and everybody fainted. Janet and to a lesser extent Beyonce, right, have more people to pay to see them stand still than Kamala could give out free tickets to the DNC. All this excitement is an internet thing from people who don't vote. Transient people don't vote. And black women are transient people. They don't have roots. Right? Like, yep. If you guys have ever like seen a woman without a husband, women are almost nomadic in how they move when their lease is over. So you don't have any attachment to anything. So I don't believe they have an attachment to a candidate. They have an attachment to an ideal. But I will put the ideal of the Jackson regime against Killer Cam any day. She was penny, goddammit. She got hit with an iron. Y'all always talk about child abuse. Penny got hit with an iron by her black mama.
Right. Yo, Harris does not have any of the black experience, bro. She tried to write this line like, my Indian mother knew she was raising a black girl, so she raised me as a black girl. How the fuck does your Indian mom raise you as a black girl? That doesn't even work. She raised you to the best of her Indian abilities, bro. Stop that shit.
Yeah, you know what that reminded me
in
of?
Canada too. How'd you get the black experience growing up in Canada?
What's your Indian mom? Good, sir. Get it. I gotta pass the
You know that reminded me of the scene in the Gandhi movie where like the Muslim came in to talk to Gandhi, and he's like, "I'm going to hell because I murdered a child," and Gandhi was like, "Go find a child, that's the same like age as the one you killed, and raise him as a Hindu. No, it was backwards. That guy was Hindu. He's like, raise him as a Muslim, and because there was like the Hindu Muslim thing, and she's all like, she's all trying to like subconsciously claim the like, my Indian mom like raised me as a black, like it's this like really intense thing, and it reeks of gay propaganda, like gay ops type shit.
I do got beef with Victorian Fly. I
I don't know.
got
That
beef with
last
Victorian.
left.
Hold on, but
I got beef with Victorian.
Hold on.
You-
Wait. 'Cause I want to open up the floor all the way. We got a couple people who haven't spoken at all yet. Let me get it to Pastor real quick, bro. And then we got to pass it to one other person. What's going on, Pastor, man? So I'm gonna ask you a direct question. Are we canceling Black American royalty for Kamala Harris, bro?
Hell no, we rolling with Janet, man. I can't believe it's even a question. We're gonna take Janet Sweat over Kamala.
The sweat, goddamn it, the sweat off of her nipple.
We don't even give that to Haitians.
yo, I just thought of some wild shit, bro. Some wild Hollywood shit, right? Because I'm rolling with Janet all the way, right? Janet got burned on TV by Tootsie's real life mom, who was an orphan being raised by a white woman at the same time. That's crazy. But
Bro.
that was crazy.
Yo, we got a Chuckle, man. What's going on, Chuckle? Should we sacrifice Janet for Kamala, man? Yes or no?
First and foremost, thanks for having me up on the panel. This is an interesting question. This has to do with what is black. So in America, blackness is associated with being a Democrat. So it's as if to be black, to be authentically black in America is to be Democrat. So I don't know. I personally think that I don't see Kamala as black in that sense. I see her as Indian. So I think we got to go with Janet.
All right, you scared me for a minute, man, but I'm all right. You landed solid. You had your logic your way through it, and I respect that. I'm gonna respect that you chose to logic your way through it. I was just went on a gut feeling because fuck that bitch, but you chose to take the logic route. I can't fight you.
Hey, the fight back moment was coming.
Bandit, what's good, Bandit? Same question, man. Should we sacrifice Janet for Kamala?
So, are we sacrificing a fake bitch for a real bitch? That's the question you're asking. And 100%, we're not sacrificing Janet Jackson. You gotta be out of your goddamn mind.
Wow, that was
Go in, Bandit. Go in.
That was
those were hard white bars right there.
That was no, not only that, but because that goes right back to the women, gays, and felons trading a real bitch for a fake bitch, and they trying to tell you that these trans gentlemen are real women.
I mean, put it in this eyes.
That was meta.
Think about it in this regard. Who's a real woman and who's a fake bitch? I mean, that's what it really comes down to. Kamala Harris has done everything she possibly could to take away her femininity, take away what she stands for. She's fake as all hell. And Janet Jackson is probably the most real bitch you're ever gonna find. Like, am I wrong?
Are you not white dudes for Trump, Bandit?
Bandit,
Oh,
I think
fuck
Bandit's
no.
getting blacker
You
by
gotta
the
get out of your
second.
goddamn
I
mind.
know, right?
Go ahead.
And
Bandit just found his inner Negro.
Dude, like,
But I think the question
I'm
here-
sorry. I'm just happy these white people are terrible shots. Because, I mean, this is out of control. I mean, this guy doesn't even look like he's ever been to a gym. I know he's supposed to be in the military, but he looks soy as all hell. I bet you the IV him, he's leaking soy. Like,
Well, he's in the
it's
Ukrainian
ridiculous.
Foreign Legion, so it's not, it's not the military.
that was mad. So this white
No,
boy's
that guy's a CIA asset. Is
I know.
what it was.
He's
not a shooter either.
He's a patsy.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
bro.
All Nazis.
This is modern day MK Ultra. I mean, look at
Oh,
him.
100%.
All the shooters are patsies.
No.
The
Here's
thing
the
is-
crazy part. Here's the crazy part. If black is for women, gays, and felons, and he's gay, so he's officially black, right? He's honorary black. Is he gay, right?
You
It's
beat me to
legendary
the
how black people
punch.
can't shoot. So it's funny that you say, yo, he's so bad. Because they all gay, bro. Gay people can't shoot because they black.
He's also a gon, by the way. By definition, I would classify him as a gon. Oddly enough,
A gay ass white nigga.
That's something I really. That's
You know,
something I
I'm not
really
sure
want to
that
bring.
So that's a gom. So wait a minute. Is that a gom, a gay ass white man?
gay ass white nigga works better. We gonna still give him the nigga
Yeah.
label.
Okay.
How about we just give me some time? I'll think of a clever acronym for white people.
White
but
nigga.
but this is how you guys should be really thinking about this. You look at Janet Jackson; she's like the essence of what a woman is, and Kamala Harris is the essence of what women think men should be. You're literally having a girl try to cuck you. That's basically what we're
I
thinking.
must disagree right there, bro, because Janet is still a strag. She just gets my American pass.
Yeah, but does Harris get your American pass?
But a lot
Fuck
of
no,
Then
no,
you're
me and
proving my
Harris the
point.
same. She just as Jamaican as me. Fuck no, she don't get no pass.
But what I'm trying to say is she, at least Janet Jackson's trying to show some femininity a little bit and standing her ground. Harris will literally sleep to the top. Like if anything, her slogan should be BJ's for president. Like that should be her slogan. Like I'll take
I
a
think
load
she
of
get elected if she rode on that, bro. I don't want
yeah
her to. If she
yeah
rode on the
yeah.
whole shit,
Kamala
they
was
vote for her.
It
Her
would
new
be
name is
one load, one vote. That's what
Hey,
it
her
should be.
new name is President Top You Off.
Hoes win in 2024, bro. Think about it.
Yeah.
She brought out a
So,
hoe. She brought out a hoe for her on Magic Stallion for her.
let's not,
What's her
let's
name?
not act like Kamala wasn't fine at one point, though.
Yeah, everybody start
Not
investing
act
in
like
knee
she wasn't.
pads.
Let's stop the cap.
no. I'm not gonna say she wasn't, but here's the thing, bro.
Hey,
A
yo,
lot of these
Paul
strong
Montana,
bitches are
I
fine,
can
bro.
tell
Chill.
Montana too, y'all.
Wait, because I don't want to make it about Kamala sleeping her way to the top. Because there is no woman with real merit. Women are judged on beauty. Men are judged on merit. There is no functional woman. There's no toddler that doesn't need adult supervision. If Janet just slept with a man, she married a king. She got to the top of a man. If it wasn't,
the bag.
I'm just
But
saying, if it wasn't for Joe and 6 older brothers, so she still needed 7 men to be Janet. I'm not knocking a woman for needing a man to get on top. I mean, she just had 7 family members that were men ahead of her. Look at Rebe. Rebe was the oldest. She's sucking dick doing psychic hotline shit, right? Like you need a man to keep you. I'm not knocking that. What I am knocking is that, and Janet is a very big part of the gay revolution of the 1990s. We're not gonna act like that Rhythm Nation
1980s, that 19. She was in the mid 80s, 90s, all that shit.
It is. That's what's ironic because y'all selling out, bro. Y'all that was y'all
Yeah,
bitch. And now y'all
but
about
I told her she gets the
A
American
lot
pass. That's
a lot
it.
of niggas, hey yo, you right about that hood. A lot of niggas, y'all call the lame ass niggas that talk like DL Hughley. Like this nigga ain't have a pleasure principle on his motherfucking wall. Like the rest of these older Gen X's and some millennials, they have her on the high masturbation scales in the 90s and the 2000s. Man, get the fuck up out of here.
No. Let me ask a question. It's gonna sound really, really like odd or whatever, but yo, do the gays have any loyalty?
No, because they're
Fuck
women.
no,
We not.
they're women.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, y'all the most disloyal motherfuckers. Y'all not even loyal to sexuality, man. Oh, fuck that bullshit.
Yeah, but let's put this in real terms. Who has
They're
been
not
more
loyal
of a
to God. They're
sellout?
not loyal to nature. And they're not loyal to their own damn selves. Hell, they have the most cheating and the most ass beating, the most cheating in no relationships, especially the females.
And then you got to go by race, right? Because white gay and black gay is 2 totally different gay. Right.
Hold on, Bandit. Jump. You were about to say something?
Go ahead.
I'm not jumping in the middle of that sentence, man.
No, Dave. I'm gonna give you the mic in a second, Dave. You just got here. I got you, Dave.
I just got here. I don't know what the fuck y'all.
Go ahead, Dave. Jump in now,
Nobody
Dave.
knew you were here,
I was
Dave.
just calling in.
You're supposed to be incognito, nigga. Nobody knew you were here. So hold on.
I know, man.
Is Dave up here?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Yo,
man,
hold
nigga is the shorty got a lot of nerve for all of what she's saying, especially after she let that Arab man do all that stuff to her, and then she come crying back to America, talking about, oh, he called me the N-word while he was banging me. You know,
That
that sounds cool.
Hey, she got all that. She
That's
got all
fine.
that. I ain't doing that with her.
That's some fun shit right there.
No, look,
you
bro.
want hair, man? Never mind, man.
Look, first of all, every woman's a
Hey,
victim.
she married the nigga, bro. What I'm gonna do about that?
Right,
You
right.
got married
Oh,
to
no,
the
no,
baby.
no, I don't give a
Money
fuck. I'm just saying,
in his baby. I think it was a fair trade, bro.
I'm just
Yep.
saying,
All
it's
right.
wild how y'all gonna tell an
I've been
80-year-old
called
black
a
man
nigga
he
for
ain't
less.
black no matter all the shit he been through. I've been said that.
Man, Dave act like he ain't never choked a white girl while fucking her before. Shut up, Dave.
Okay.
They never fucked a white girl. Dave.
But
That was the first time. That was the first time I
Did you
heard
live last
somebody.
night? Did you survive last night?
So
That's not racist.
He did, bro. He did. That nigga went and got a good night's sleep and everything.
But this is a question I got though: is black just to do with having history of enslavement in America, or is it black to do with having African ancestry?
we're not
No,
African,
that
man.
is a great question, Chuck. Chuck. Hold on, slow down.
That's my beef with Turin.
Panda, slow down. I think Chuck actually raised a great question for us to tackle. And I think, Dave, you always think you're not muted up. I mean, you always think you are on mute and you be just talking. Dave, I mean, not Dave. That is an excellent question. Here's the thing, right? For all of my life, up until very recently, the idea of a broad blackness was something of a de facto. Like we were all black, and they might be foreign, and there's that weird cultural difference, but we're black together, right? But something has really shifted, not even shifted, something has broken in the last couple of years. And it wasn't even just the Kamala thing, because this ADOS FBA thing was happening organically, honestly. And now there is a very serious delineation movement. That's what FBA and ADOS are really about: delineation between American born blacks versus everyone else. And a lot of black people in America have sort of noticed this experience, right? On
Again,
the
hood,
one
this is our gangs in New York. We all Bill the Butcher, and these motherfuckers are the Red Rabbits try to take our shit.
The white rabbits, but facts, right? On the one hand, we'll welcome these other foreigners over here as they're black like us, so therefore they're a part of our struggle. But and this is a very natural thing, and it was foolish of us to expect that. But when they get here, we find out that they are very cliquish amongst themselves. And then when push comes to shove, they don't identify as black with the rest of us. They identify as their own particular ethnicity or nationality or whatever. And again, that is actually to be expected. When I think about the grand scheme of things, it was foolish of black people to ever go down the path of Pan-Africanism. And now it's blowing up.
You know what? In real
Yeah,
time,
it's the fracturing.
Beef with Turin.
Uh,
Wait, Turin, when you said that at the beginning,
One at a time. No, instead of the dirty folks, you were talking. One at a time. Dirty folks had the
I in real time. I said that in the 1980s when they brought the Black and Brown Coalition, and we're in Chicago fighting the Browns. But for me, you know what's so crazy? We all came to it in a different way, like different, like the FBI. Like I don't believe in ADOS, right? And I'll tell you why. Because number one, everybody wanted a slave, but besides that, it was headed by a black woman, and I don't believe in anything black women gonna do is really gonna work out.
Never.
I don't like the name FBA, but I like the energy behind it. We all got to.
That's like saying like Black Lives Matter.
Right. We all had we all felt that way. So you came from commies. Baby boomers are commies, right? So
And the silent generation, the civil rights generation are fucking commies.
I'll go with that. But I mean, it was that baby boomers are full blown
Marxist, but go ahead.
Just full blown. Fuck the family, fuck leadership, fuck hierarchy, fuck your kids.
It's not their fault. Their leaders were. Martin Luther King was. It's not their.
Marxists again.
However you got there, they were full blown Marxist, commie, socialists. Right? However you got there. And now you're a small child and you're raised under that, but you know it doesn't feel right. The best thing that boomers did was neglect their kids so we could figure it out on our own. Right? So we didn't get the full indoctrination, right? But now you're looking at people like, yo, these people don't fuck with me. When I go out of town, Nigerians don't fuck with me. Kenyans don't.
They try to scam you, nigga. Ew.
Right? If they ain't trying to scam you, they clicking, right?
That
Like,
309
you don't fuck with me.
That 309 scam, whatever that shit called. Yeah.
You telling me Mexicans my friends, but they don't fuck with me because all they want me to do is crime. They be, hey, bro, I got a kilo for you, bro. Like, bro, what the fuck? You ain't got no
fucking the weed for you.
Right. So they don't really like they want to get money with me and make me the fall guy so they can get a different market because they can't come in the hood. But no, y'all don't really fuck with me. Like, and then like black women don't fuck with me. I think that was a really big revelation when people understood, yo, your sister and your mama don't fuck with you. So what are you? Right. So now you have to figure out, like, we got to start this shit over. And there's a lot of people that's not there yet. That's why I argue Israel Mills all the time because they still like black women.
But can I ask a question about this delineation idea? Okay, question one: how are you going to delineate Black Americans from other Black people in the minds of white people? Because remember, white people are who impose flat blackness on all of us. So, and you're going to see a white.
Why don't you ask me since I'm a white guy?
Oh, let him finish. Let him get the whole question. Whoa, please. Let him answer. Let him ask the whole question.
Ask the whole question. So, flat blackness is something imposed on all people of African descent by white people. So, FBAs want white people to have an FBA category and a black category. So, are FBAs no longer black, or like what? How are you going to delineate from all other black people, but also remain black at the same time?
Let me jump in first. Hold on. Let me jump in first. I will say something really quickly, and then I'll pass it on to whoever. I don't know that flat blackness is imposed by white people. I honestly think this flat blackness is something, again, Pan-Africanism isn't something white people imposed on black people. Black Americans, we developed this idea, and it's like a hopeful idea, really, but I don't think white people created that, and I don't think white people impose it. I think white people actually do pick. They pick and choose.
I blame James Brown.
I'll say this, man. It's somebody who's traveled around the world. Niggas introduced this fucking toxic cancer to the rest of the world. Everybody before niggas started bringing this shit around was just their own country, their own tribe. And then niggas take this around and they fuck it up around the world for everybody else. Look at the passport bros. Motherfuckers is chilling. And then niggas go places and fuck shit up. Ain't no fucking damn black unity or whatever. We are delineated. White people ain't stupid. They're going, you go places in Central America. They ain't stupid. They know you're a black American. They can tell by the way you walk, talk, carry yourself. You like to wear the brand name shit. They ain't crazy. White people here know the same thing. Just like we know. We ain't no fucking Africans.
Okay. Now pick back on that, right? Yeah. But all right, off that, white people didn't impose it. It's a marketing campaign, right? But white people didn't impose it. As a matter of fact, when Africans come, these Nigerians and Kenyans come over here, they're legally white. So it's not an imposition.
No, we're not actually. We're in the black category. But go ahead.
Yeah, it must have just started happening because all the way up until 2005, y'all was legally white like a motherfucker.
On the census, we're with the black folks.
No, y'all not.
Well, I've been black my whole life, so I don't know.
No, you ain't. You're African.
Look,
black is something American. Black is
what is black though?
Black is only an American thing. You wouldn't call yourself black in Africa or black in Jamaica. Black is
an American thing. And when people come through on a passport from overseas, if you're not an American citizen, you're Caucasian by default. That's how they market it.
Nah, dog. Nah, I'm black.
I have seen.
What is black? What is black?
I have seen videos that they show Africans that say, when you come over here, don't deal with the American blacks. They're violent, they slow, they stupid, blah, blah, blah.
I seen them too in college. I saw that too in college.
Now you telling me that I don't know what I know. Is Kamala around this bitch? I know.
All I know is on the applications, it first starts with say black non-Hispanic. Once you click that, it breaks down into African American and all other black.
Hey, what is black though? To the guy who was speaking before, I can't see the names.
That was me. It was me.
Rachel
Pat.
Rachel
No,
Dolezal.
no,
So
not
black
it was the other guy.
It was
Definition
Not
me.
you, Pastor.
in America.
The
Black.
guy who just said I've been black my whole life. That guy.
That's me. Yeah.
Okay.
Black.
What is black?
It's a racial category that all people of African descent are put into. All people of African descent are put into the black racial category.
Yeah,
That's not true.
that is true.
Not true.
That
Okay,
is
so that
true.
hold
All
on.
applications,
So that is all black is to you. That is the succinct, complete definition.
Right. It's a racial category.
So you're just a racial category.
No, I'm Igbo. I have an ethnic group. I'm
Oh,
Nigeria.
Exactly.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you have an ethnic group. Tell us more.
Well, I was born
Fucking mud hut niggas.
You opened up a can of
No. Stop. I'm serious.
Peter.
Tell us more about your ethnic group that makes you particular.
So Igbo is an ethnic group. We come from Southeast Nigeria. And the thing about Nigeria, the English people came there, drew a circle around the map and said, all you Negroes in this border, not only is this Nigeria, but everybody here is black. So the English imposed flat blackness on all of us. We had our different ethnic distinctions. They said, nope, everybody here, you are now black. That's how I know it's a racial category. But go ahead.
And he's telling the truth. And shout to you a Hebrew. You ain't gonna say it, but you a Hebrew, so he telling the truth. Pass.
So all the Indians and all the white people that were living in Nigeria at the time, y'all all niggas now.
So hold on. Wait.
I'm not a Hebrew. I'm not a Hebrew, though. Not a Hebrew.
Are we saying that the white man made us all black together, therefore we're all black together because the white man says so?
That's gonna be the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Thank you, white man. Appreciate that vote of support. But I'm still, because the white man said we're all black together, that means we're all black together. I'm asking you directly, Chuckle.
This is literally like caveman style. Like seriously, like
it's not caveman.
It's caveman mentality. It's literally I'm going in and lumping everybody based off of one aspect, and that's it. Like people are nuanced. People have diverse cultures, ethics, morality, religion.
Right.
I mean, do I go and say I'm a Irish person? No. There's no. We don't. No one cares. No one on the white side of things cares about it. What part of white am I? Polish? Am I Greek? Am I Italian?
You wouldn't survive in Chicago, bro, because it's a full flooded, strong Irish community.
Oh, shut up, Dave.
Philly. There's
I don't want to talk about it, but you wouldn't make it there.
But hold on.
There's like Germantown. People don't bring up cultures other than like maybe a culture appreciation.
You wouldn't make it.
That's probably about it.
But real quick, it's important to understand where these racial categories come from. A man named Carl Linnaeus, like in the 1600s.
Oh shit! Here we're gonna get a fucking Jewish history lesson now.
Oh,
nigga, do you know what the fuck you read?
Let him finish.
He proposed. This is during the age of colonization and colonial expansion. They created Negroid, Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and Australasian. So anybody
and Africanus. There was not the Negro and Africanus. Negroid and Africanus was separated, bro.
Well, that's not my understanding, but anyway, these racial categories brought with them like ideas about
Negroes all the way over to Africa.
Oh, give it a rest for one fucking stream, Dave. Jesus.
But hold on, so the Caucasoid category was like the supreme category above all the other categories, and the Negroid category was down below by the animals, and this gave justification for enslavement and colonization of the supreme category to all the other categories. So you cannot have racism without race. So race in its initial inception was to facilitate racism and dividing.
My nigga, real question though. Why did fucking a nigga start chattel slavery in the U.S. then, bro? Why was it started by niggas then?
Well, this is another discussion. Slavery on the continent is different than chattel slavery. But
I got a question for you, man.
Chattel slavery.
Are you an American?
I was born in Nigeria. I've been here since I was 5 years old. So
You're
Okay,
not-
but are you? No. I'm
I'm
asking you.
a dual
Are you an
citizen.
American?
Yeah, I'm an
I'm
American.
not. I'm not asking if you're a citizen. I'm asking if you're an American.
Well,
It's
my
like
mother,
a spiritual question, Turin, but I get it. Are you American, Chuckwu?
my mother is a Black American, so I do have a lineage that traces back to chattel slavery through my mother's side.
That's not an affirmative
You know
answer,
what?
but okay.
I
You're not
just
That's
but
American.
I was
Gotcha.
my ancestors was
No, 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 no,
slave
no.
type nigga.
You
Fucking dick
hold
sucker.
on, Hood. You
Well,
understand
there's
the
a point
question,
that I was
Hood.
trying to make
So that
here.
answer is not
Freeman.
affirmative, like you said.
Yeah, literally. I get the question. It's a spiritual kind of question. It's sort of like in that Civil War movie when that's that famous, it's infamous scene where the guy asks, "What kind of American are you?" It was a very spiritual kind of question. So when he's asking, "Are you American?" he's kind of getting to like, how do you see yourself in the grand scheme of things? And you didn't really answer affirmatively, so I got
Just-
accepted as that.
Okay,
He
just to be
did
clear,
answer
my nationality is American. My ethnicity is Igbo.
You're not an American.
You're
Fuck
not an
that.
American.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately,
He's
that would have to be the
Your
case.
ass, put this nigga on a boat.
Y'all don't understand. See, y'all, and that's why y'all missing out. Y'all don't understand dual nationality, man.
No.
I do. That's why we put them on a boat, bro.
Damn,
Wait,
nigga.
let me say this in Chicago. I'm not trying to take it to Chicago, but I want Day to understand because I'm trying not to kill him, right?
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
Day,
Wait,
let me
I
finish
just got
this,
a
please.
question. real quick.
Now,
Why was
Mr. O is a BD. I know his area. I know that
Okay,
nigga's
right.
area. I know his area. I know the niggas, right? But we can be cool. We can trade, but I know he BD.
Right.
I'm GD. Nigga, my name dirty folks. I can't even duck you, but like, nah, bro, I ain't in
Right.
that.
I knew you was GD from the start. I didn't even have to question.
Right. Right. My whole block though was Mickey Cobras. During the
Right, I'm
pandemic,
cool.
it was the Mickey Cobras I was looking out for me. So it goes behind my, but we all know what we are. That's the
Right.
Shiite and Sunni of niggerdom in Chicago. We
Right,
know what
right.
our right. Once you be
Damn,
like,
he said
all
it's
in the
Shiite
game, it's
Sunni.
all inclusive. Now I got a problem. Now you trying to make a nigga empire. No. Fucking no. If this
don't
nigga
want you to
Mr.
know
O
niggas
come
over
on
here.
Western, we gonna shoot at that nigga till he get back on Halsted if he on bullshit. And vice versa, he gonna chase us up the ass.
Yeah, that is true.
You can
That
go
is
back
true.
somewhere.
That
He
is true.
to Africa. I can't go back to another nation. I am as American as it gets. There is no. I just go to jail. I can't.
I
get
agree with you on that.
Yeah, here. Yeah, like for me, I can say that I have my ancestry
is
goes
like the
back
Sunni Shiite
hundreds
in
of years.
Chicago. That's the most accurate.
I don't know the ancestry for thousands of years, but I know hundreds of years. And I'm related to Poles, Germans, English, and Scottish. But do I call myself a Pole, a German, an English, or a Scot? No. I'm an American. I have no kinship with foreigners from other lands, even if I can look at my genetic history and see, oh, I'm related to these other people. Oh, like, maybe I had an ancestor that moved here from some other country. Like, no, I'm an American. That's where my loyalty is. That's what my concern is the well-being of the American nation and the American country.
Can I ask you a question? Is your ethnicity American or is your nationality American?
My ethnicity is American.
So you're ethnically American.
Yes.
Okay.
As are the black guys over here as well. Isn't that odd?
Yeah. That's why I was
We
bringing
are,
it up.
though.
I've talked to other people on this panel before. We are Americans. If you look at us and you see white or black skin, well, that's on you. Because to us, we're all red, white, and blue.
You know the irony of that? Once again, Chicago vernacular. You know, BDs, BGs, and GDs are all folks, but we 3 different cliques with 3 different symbols and all that, right? Like, okay, American. There's Scottish Rite Masons. There's the nigger Masons. The Prince Hall Masons.
Hey man, my dad one of them high degree motherfuckers, man. Chill.
And there's the official Rite Masons, right? They all Masonic.
Y'all dogging out Prince Hall like that.
They just move.
Man, you gotta understand, man, bro. You gotta do your history. Do your history.
Because
I know
every
a lot of
Prince Hall
Prince
that I
Hall.
met, when I wanted to ride the goat, every Prince, I know some real cool Prince Hall Masons. Now, When I first tried to
Man,
ride
they
to go,
some
every
prima
motherfucker
donnas,
first
man.
started
Shout out
saying
to
that
Jerry
nigga
Butler,
gay.
but the rest of them some prima donnas.
Somebody need to read the Chicago dictionary. That's crazy. But Chicago is tribal as it gets, bro. Like once you understand we are who we are, then you understand who everybody not. I'm not going, they not like us, but Chicago been on that. We're segregated, we're separated.
That shit's just the beginning.
So you come in here and you say, yo, they cool. Like the Puerto Rican girls cool with us, but the guys not. The Mexican guys cool with it, but the Mexican girls really kind of not. Right? The fucking it's just different. None of the Africans really like American blacks. And that's everywhere I go in the nation.
Yeah,
unless you want a sports team. You gotta play sports with an African for them to be like, all right, we cool.
Yeah,
but that's a different type of tribe, right? That's a different logo. But under the logo of nationalism, under the flag of your nation, a person who has dual citizenship is a traitor. It's like being a BD and a GD at the same time. You are high power on colors.
No, Nick, no, it's stupid. No, that's
high
the
power
same.
on
That's not
colors.
the same. No,
I don't think that will ever go back.
Yeah, I don't know if I could call him a
that's
traitor,
like you
but
trying to be a G and trying to be vice lord at the same time. Now that's the way it is.
Yeah, that's more like it.
I can't really say that it's treason, but it's very suspicious. It's very much like the dual citizenship holders with Israel, where you know that they call themselves an American elected official or businessman or whatever, but their heart is in Israel. So it's very suspicious when somebody walks that line.
You can't trust them either.
Well, I'm trying to get dual citizenship for my
And
kids.
a person with two nationalities has no nationality. It's like a team with two quarterbacks don't have a quarterback.
That's just good business sometimes, though.
No, I mean, like,
because you still loyal, bro. You still loyal to whatever you
Not
loyal
from the
to.
perspective of the team, it's not good business.
Unless you're a diplomat, I mean, arms dealer, you know what I'm saying, doing some other type of trade. I mean, depending on the situation, bro.
Think about what you just said, an arms dealer.
Shout out to arms dealer. I'm with that. But you still, if you have the Iron Curtain citizenship and American citizenship, you still have to pick a side. I would assume it's the side you were born in, right?
Yeah.
So, like, bro, when shit go down, I know who you gonna ride with. It's gonna be like Order 66. Right? Like, I thought these motherfucking stormtroopers was on my team. And Order 66 coming out, I got to do a backflip.
Here's the thing to my African my African dude over here, bro. It's that when you come deal with like more far right, conservative, or even libertarian, right leaning libertarians, they're gonna be cordial with you. But as soon as you start talking that woke, gone, fucking DEI shit, they're gonna look at you like you crazy, and that's when you're gonna start, getting the fucking shade thrown your way.
You eat fufu, nigga? And that was kind of mean to say. Do you eat fufu, sir?
What the fuck is fufu? Fufu sounds like a girl from the projects. You eat Project Girl, sir?
Nah, they do that. I don't know if he eat fufu. He eat fufu. He ain't black. We don't eat that shit. He don't want to answer that question.
Yeah, why can't we just have a?
It's an African dish.
Yeah, fufu. Do you eat fufu?
That's crazy.
Yo, wow.
Chuck who dropped off the panel, by the way. He's not back here.
Yeah, he got that.
Crazy.
Well, you mean the guy that was talking about like the African ethnicity thing is gone? Has he left? Because I can't see.
He in the chat.
Yeah, he left. He's always welcome on the panel. Yeah, he got dropped off. He's always welcome back.
Oh, that's sad. Because I was hoping to talk to him more.
Well, now he actually raised a great question, and this is something I've been following. I've been tracking this for a while now. There's an organic breakdown of the pro-blackness, and black politics in general was kind of hitting a roadblock, but there's an organic breakdown in this Pan-Africanism thing that's just, fascinating to watch.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, like for the people of the American nation.
There's one bad thing to it though, Hood. I've never been this racist in my life. I've never been this racist though.
But see, are you being racist? That's the first question. And then if you say no, you're not being racist, then doesn't it kind of mean we have to like soften our stance on what we consider white people being racist? Like maybe they weren't exactly being racist either. Like maybe a little bit, but not in the evil, ugly way that we accuse them of.
Well, so here's something funny about the word racism.
Them is racist, yo. It just is what it is, and I'm starting to look at myself like, are you a racist?
Well, but then if that's the case, then aren't we all? And then is it so evil?
I just recognize patterns.
Turin, I know you're trying to get in. You got it, Turin.
Yeah. Well, like the word racism, like when it first showed up in the vernacular, was newspapers talking shit about the Native Americans, the Indians. And they were saying these guys want to keep their own ways and they're not flexible. They don't want to start doing things the way that the white man does, or they don't want to be Americans. They just want to be their own little nations and do things their way. And so they're racist because they only like their own race. So that's where that word comes from.
Because they were still eating each other, bro. I won't even go down the rabbit hole, but some tribes were eating each other.
Well, like at that time, it was like the 1870s. It was in the last.
We have a full house right now, gentlemen. The studio is full at the moment. My apologies to anyone trying to get in. Turn, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that was during like the time of the wars with the Cheyenne and the Apache and the Comanche, like that. Like the time period of those wars. You know what I'm talking about? Like the classic Indian wars that people usually think of.
Yeah, it's like this, man. We talked about it last night, Turin, as far as, how nations become nations. It's a lot of strife and conflict goes into creating a homogenous nation that's built around certain values. And here's the deal. Americans won. So, okay, you're here, the flag is here, your feet are here. Now you got to live by our values or get the fuck out.
Well, that wasn't just one-sided. Like the whole reason why the founding fathers thought that they could move from a system of having a birthright king to an elected leader is because they saw that happening from the Indians. Like they were inspired, and then they read about the Roman Republic and stuff, and about the Greeks, but they hadn't actually seen that being done in England. But they did see that in the Americas. So it's not like they didn't have an influence on the founding of this country.
Yeah.
They did.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're looking at like tribes like the Catawba and the Iroquois that were civilized, that could sit down at the table. But the other tribes you mentioned, bro, were taking scalps.
Well, there was also the Diné or the Navajo. They were pretty cool.
Right. Here's a problem.
Seemed like they all got fucked over though.
Oh, Trey, here's the problem. Here's your problem with that, Trey. Because you're adamant about assimilating and being a cracker. I'm adamant about just being a warlord. So, but here's the thing. There's a great movie. It's in French with American subtitles, but I can't remember the name of it.
City of God.
But you don't even know what I'm about to say, Dave. How you know?
I was just hoping you was gonna say City of God, man. That's
Portuguese, nigga. That's Portuguese, David.
Dirty folk, focus. You were saying something, Dirt.
Anyway, they were talking about the American slave trade. That's why it's a French movie, because America can't be honest about their history, right? Only other people can talk about you correctly, right? And the subset is you have some slaves who, without the authorization of their tribal chief, they won't eat, they won't reproduce, they won't talk. They just sit there. And then you have other tribes of Native American slaves who will sit on your lap like a dog and work harder than a mule. So that was a reinforcement of some of my own study. So of the hundreds of American tribes, right, only 12 are recognized, right? And they're part of the Muskegon Council. You can
Can I ask a question?
But real quick, one last thing. All the ones that got conquered were the matriarchal tribes. All the tribes who gave the land down to the Southerners, where the white man could marry a native woman and get the land because everything went to the woman.
You mean niggas?
Yeah, niggas. And then the 12 that had men had elected chiefs, they created the outline of the Constitution, which is why every law in America has a tribal code at the bottom.
Yeah, the Iroquois and the Algonquins.
Can I?
But
I just want to
real
jump in
quick,
though.
real quick though, are you saying that Black Americans have no African origin? That Black Americans?
No, we don't. You fucking goddamn mud hut motherfucker. We don't.
No.
We ain't like y'all. You're not like
Trey.
us.
Yeah, the only
Trey, you're going too far. You're going too far, Trey. But hold on, let me say this. I want to answer this question directly. I think it matters not. At a certain point, let's go by, because I know what Trey's saying. There's the one argument that we've been here, we never left here. I'm not taking that argument. I'm going to go by the traditional version of history. At some point, we're no longer truly African. We may have been African when you sold us, and I'll never forgive you for that, by the way. But
Man, don't give that nigga ammo, Dave.
No take backs. We're not African anymore.
Man, fuck that. Don't even give that nigga any credit, man. That's assuming the position of the victim. Nah, nigga, y'all the victims. As early as fucking Joseph Conrad wrote in the 1890s, y'all motherfuckers was still over there eating each other. Negroes in Negro land in the 1860s. Y'all motherfucker was barbarians eating each other then. Y'all weren't even nations until the 1950s. Until the 1950s, y'all motherfuckers was still running around naked until the white man turned y'all into fucking real nations. Fuck y'all.
No, this is not Haiti, sir. I'm not.
Well, if I may, I would like to just kind of point out again that I have a bunch of heritage with a bunch of European
people. He want to exclude himself from it. Like, who?
Will you let the man talk? No, he not black, bro. Chill. Let him finish.
No. I have European.
No,
descent.
not you. I'm talking about the guy.
Trey. You talking about Trey? No, Trey is definitely not black.
Okay, well, look, just as an example, like I could take the viewpoint that I'm like an American German or an American Scot or an American whatever European, if I wanted to. I mean, like I could pick up that chalice if I want to. The genes are there. Like I know the history, but I don't. And you know why? Because for me, they're all foreigners. They're people in my family's past.
Are you saying you're a Native American? Are you a Native American?
I am a Native American. My family's been here for over 400 years.
Okay, so when did you stop? When did you start being a Native American?
Hey, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!
I mean, like,
nigga, you wasn't a Nigerian until what? 1961, when the white man told you were.
No.
What the fuck was you before that?
Look, all I'm trying to say is
that he's native to America. He's not calling himself an Indian. He's saying he's native to America.
Yeah, that term Native American doesn't make any sense anyway. Every single human being that lives on this continent either got here by a boat or crossing a land bridge. There are no homogenous human life forms from this continent. Period.
Go. Y'all just read
what?
It.
What are you talking about?
This is
He's right.
Look, man. Absolutely. America's been here forever, y'all. America's been here forever.
Yeah,
like we started this shit.
If you go back to
the Ice Age, he's absolutely correct. That's all I'm gonna throw in there.
America's been here forever.
No. That's like saying, okay, if you're French, right?
1966 isn't forever.
No. If you're French, right, or if you're Brit and France, they like what 45-minute drive apart. Like they the same people.
Yeah, the Germanic tribes. No, yeah, the Germanic.
Their diets are different, so they smell different.
Their language is different. They have completely different cultural values in a lot of ways.
You got the Visigoths, the Huns, Scots, all these motherfuckers mixed up together.
Well, you guys are finally getting to the point where you're looking past racial problems, and now you're looking at yourself as Americans. So, I mean, like for example, white people don't go and say I'm Irish or Scottish. We don't give a shit. We're Americans. And now when everybody can say that they're Americans now, and they can say if you want to be, if you're pro-African, fine, that's on you. But we're all Americans at this point. All right.
I wanna take that idea, Ben. Hold on, Ben. I want to take that idea and I want to ask a question to Chuck Wu, and then we got to get 100 in this conversation. Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck, why now? One, assuming you see that white people actually not only do they delineate on tribal and ethnic lines, but they've been fighting those wars forever. Why are black people not allowed the same delineation that's just natural to white people?
I'm not saying that they're not allowed that same delineation, but I'm saying that, okay, so on the continent, everybody has a tribal identity, right? When a Nigerian looks at the world, they see the world through different tribes, right? They see people of different tribes. But when Black Americans look at the world, they see people of different races. The Europeans have racialized the minds of Black Americans. So you don't see races anymore. You don't see tribes anymore. You just see races. It seems like now you're trying to draw tribal lines based on nationality. So you are combining your race with your nation. So you're creating like an ethnic group based on the nation. So
I think that's
correct. Okay, Mr. Spear Tucker. Let me explain something.
Trey, hold on, Trey. We got to get some. I wanted to pass the mic. Let me just say this though. I think you are correct, Chuck, in that we have sort of broken from what we've been doing for a while, and absolutely, we did see the world as black and not black. Well, white and not white. Right? Everybody not white was kind of something like black. And that's kind of how black folk have been operating up until very recently. Now we're trying to be on some American national black thing. And maybe it's weird because it's a sudden shift, but yeah, I think that is what's happening. 100, I know you joined the panel for some reason, bro. State your claim, bro.
What's good, y'all?
What up, Marcus?
What's going on? What's going on?
Good. How you doing?
What's up?
So I want to dispel a few fallacies that I've heard said, right? So you got homie, the kid from Nigeria. I think he said something to the effect that he's half Nigerian and half American, some shit like that.
American is my nationality. My ethnicity is Igbo.
No, but you said you were born in Nigeria.
Right.
Okay, then your nationality is Nigerian.
Well, my mother's a Black American. So.
That's great. No, then she hold on. That's great for her. Then she's American. You are the nation where you were born is what you are. There's no such thing as half a nationality. You do not pass down your nationality like you pass down your genetics.
Well, if you have an American parent, you're American. That's how that works.
You could feel however you want to feel. If you're born in Nigeria, that is your nationality. That is the nation that you came out of a vagina in. Period.
Except you have an American parent.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It matters to the American government, though.
Can I step in for a second here, gentlemen? Let me point something out, and I think this is what's happening from a historical context. Marcus, you're absolutely right. Your nation and your ethnicity are relatively inseparable. So if you're a German, but your parents gave birth to you while you're in Italy, you're still a fucking German, right? And I don't know that it's really been anything different from that until very recently. America tries to write your ethnicity on paper and make it real.
No, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. Nationality is not genetic.
Right.
So to say that, well, you're German because your mother's German and y'all in China and you born in China is incorrect.
Exactly what I just said. Yeah, it's exactly.
I got you. So now I must have misheard you.
No. Y'all both right. Y'all both right on that one. My daughter's born in Germany. She's American, bro. She's born to two niggas, bro. In Germany. She's German. Y'all both right.
I mean, unless you were Barack Obama.
I reclaim my time.
You got your time back, bro.
what I'm saying is, homie is born in Nigeria. His nationality is Nigerian. Now, if you're Black American, or better yet, if you have a Black American parent and you were born in Nigeria, then your ethnicity would be Black American, but your nationality would be Nigerian.
But
Oh,
that's
it's
not
getting weird, man.
Negative.
Black America ain't an ethnicity, man. This shit getting
No,
weird.
it
no.
absolutely, it
I
absolutely.
think Black American is it's an
It,
ethnicity. That's kind of what the people
Yeah,
are
we
fighting
are
for.
because we got
It's a
so many
social
damn
it's a social construct. It's a
What,
social construct.
it's
no,
By
no.
constructing
saying that,
itself.
bro.
Well,
Kamala and Rachel Dolezal can identify as black. That's what
Bro,
happens when you play that
I,
game.
that's
I
what
think
happened.
there's a little bit difference to that. I think
That's
at
why
the same
Janet.
time
That's why
there
Janet
is a
said she's not black. Go
there
ahead.
is a physical reality to like a thing, the American descendant of slavery, right? The idea that you kind of you have blood that goes back to that era in time. That is the creation of the American black ethnicity. That's kind of what the ADOS thing is arguing, right? And I think over time it makes itself real.
But
let me
that's
tell you
calm shit, David, because here's the deal. If Patrick Mahomes'
something.
fucking kids
One
have
time.
kids with a white woman, are they ADOS too?
No, they start to break away.
Okay,
See how it makes no fucking sense? But they can
no.
trace their lineage back to it.
Bro, slow down, straight. You know what it
I
makes
wasn't
them?
done making my point, bro.
Yeah,
No.
Mark it.
What it
Well, hold
makes,
on. Land the plane because everybody want to jump into. But you gotta land the plane.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it back to you.
everybody want to jump in, but I didn't talk this whole time while everybody was flying and landing their planes.
Facts. I'm giving it back to you, bro.
No doubt. What I'm saying is this, bro. And it was said earlier that Kamala could claim this. No, she can't. There's nothing about Kamala Harris that's Black American.
One drop rule, black.
No,
no,
get the
not
fuck
even
out of
that.
here.
No. He still got to finish.
No, at the end of the day, there's nothing. If you're saying one drop rule, whose drops are we talking about? Her allegedly Jamaican father or her Indian moms?
Right.
Black
So there's no,
crazy.
so even if you're talking about one drop rule, she ain't got no drops, bro.
Wow.
She ain't got no drops. Ain't no.
drops.
She said no. She already put her shit out there. She said her father is Jamaican. I ain't hear this bitch say not one bumper clot the whole time. And her mother's Indian. Listen, I'm from Flatbush, land of the motherfucking Jamaicans. I know a Jamaican when I hear one. She talking about she making collard greens in the tub. She ain't making no beef patties, no cocoa bread, no oxtail, no
That shit is nasty, by the way.
She ain't making no Jamaican food, bro. So what I'm saying is, bro, and I grew up heavily in Jamaican culture. There's nothing about her that's Jamaican, and she can't inherit her father's Jamaican nationality. You do not pass down nationality. It is not genetic. You don't pass nationality. Is
Black
not
shit getting
genetic.
weird.
You're not half a nationality and because your mom's that and your pops is something else. That's not how that works, bro.
So if two Black Americans have a baby in France, is that baby French?
Fuck no.
So what the hell? Is
That's what's killing France right now. Only fake niggas, bro. Get all them
No,
fake niggas out of
I
Paris,
just gave you that, Mr. Spear Chucker. I gave you that argument, bro. From my own daughter, man. You won that one.
Jay-Z and Kanye make a song called Niggas in Paris, and you motherfuckers lost your minds. I swear to God.
Okay.
Send them niggas home.
Here's the flip side of that.
But to be honest, technically the baby is French by nationality because that's where it was.
No.
Honey. That's exactly the problem. Nation and ethnicity have been intertwined for most of human history. The birth of nation was tied with ethnicity, right? So now to say that you can just become part of the nation just because you're born there is to just magically make you something that you were never destined to be. It takes more than just the accident of location to be a Frenchman. Or British, or Englishman, or whatever.
No, it doesn't. Y'all are trying to redefine this nationality shit, and in reality, that's what actually to the Bay States. Can someone Google what determines nationality? That way you can get a definite answer. Because whatever country you're born in is your nationality. That is where you are at. That's like saying,
No. Let him finish. Let him rock. Lloyd ADS, you got it. You just jumped up here anyway. I was gonna kick it to you, but you got it. You're making a great point. You got it, bro. Finish.
Stop trying to redefine all this shit. That's been a common phenomenon over the last 8 years. Everybody wants to redefine themselves as something else. In reality, you are who you are. You eat what you eat, and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's get over it, move on, and let's.
So let me put my daughter on a plane to Germany now.
Give him another 30 seconds. Let him finish.
Let's come out something else right now. To the coon up there at the top of the corner, he's kind of right. Competition, my nigga. Every man competes for the same thing. Men are territorial. So once they claim something, They want to keep you out. We the only community that lets everybody in. We the only one friends with everybody, and ain't nobody friends with us. That's why we get used, abused, and then, you know what I'm saying, overlooked. It's because, you know what I'm saying, we give our power away to too many different people.
Agreed.
There you go.
Oh, wait, let
So
me,
we talking? What community is he talking about? Americans?
We
I
got
agree.
to
He's talking
respond one at a
Americans.
time. We got too many people up
Okay,
here.
wait. Because
Here's
it's
an
a lot been
unfortunate-
said, and it's a lot of misinformation. It's a lot of dudes that's just not tribal. I ain't playing the crayon game. They tribal when they talk about they tribe, but not when it's everybody else. It's like playing with a black woman, right? I need black men to be with me, but I date white men. Anyway, look, if you're in France and two American people birth you, you're not French by location. That is like saying, for all my military friends, if you're in Germany on an American base, they call that U.S. soil, but you're in the middle of Germany, but you're still a U.S. baby. Right?
You have one right here on the panel, bro. My daughter, I have a fucking certificate of foreign birth for her.
Ethnically, you are.
How? So, you know what? Don't worry about that.
Ethnically, you are.
You can't tell dumb niggas nothing, man. I'm sitting up here. I just got off the
Now-
phone when my daughter called me while she was up here. I have an American certificate of foreign birth for her, born in Germany, to me and my ex-wife.
I want to point something out to 100 and to Lord ADS, and I think this is you're right in terms of the modern application of law. America, especially, we have this thing written in the Constitution, like if you're born here, you can be one of us. That's the anchor baby thing, right? Historically, that has never been the case. You don't become one of us just because you landed on our lap.
Listen, by that definition, that means anybody that becomes naturalized or gets citizenship can become American and say, "Hey, I'm American."
I get you. I'm saying in the modern context, you guys are absolutely right. That is the modern definition of nations. The traditional definition of nation is a lot deeper. And now we're having this conflict of the traditional definition versus the modern definition, because here's what happens. If we only go by the modern definition, then all of these new these various vague Latinos are just Americans because they get here. And if we don't keep them from becoming American, then we'll no longer be American. They'll be the Americans.
Here's the thing, real quick, and I dealt with this with my daughter. Give me a second here. I don't know who created it. Was Obama created that Dream Act or something, or Bush? So these people have a path to citizenship. Yeah, that's how it works. And what they're trying to change is to make them all anchor babies. They come here. When you're born in a foreign country as a military brat, you have a choice. When you turn 18, you can pick that country's citizenship to be your dual citizenship. They give you that right just because you're born there. America, they just got it all fucked up. Thanks, Obama.
Not only that.
Hold on. I hear what homie's saying though, but my thing is the idea that the problem, and it sounds like y'all are saying it, but y'all at odds with what I'm saying. I'm saying kind of what y'all are saying. The fact that a person can pick and choose what their nationality is based on XYZ is a problem. It's a problem, right?
Can I read you the definition in the chat? It's right there in the chat. Y'all read it. Then y'all get a clear understanding of what nationality is.
You know,
okay. Nationality is determined by a variety of factors, including birth. A person's nationality can be determined by the place they were born. This is known as just soil, which means birthright citizenship. Inherits a person's nationality can be determined by nationality of the parents. This is known as sanguineous, which means right of blood. Naturalization, a person can be a naturalized citizen of a state of being accepted into the country's framework. Secession of territorial wire, or chop off a word. Yeah, I chopped off a couple words, but you get the gist.
You would agree that some of that is contemporary, right?
Very contemporary and situated.
Okay.
Hey guys, there's a practical concern here that that is a recent thing. We all enjoy a common culture and history and language to like varying degrees. Like there's certain things that we all have in common that when you apply all of those things, you put them all together, that makes us Americans. Well, America has been running an empire for about 80 years or so, like after World War II. And we've made a lot of people in the world very unhappy with us. And our power in the world is rapidly diminishing due to incompetence and a bunch of other factors. The point is that we're going to find ourselves beset by basically everybody. Most people are going to be against us in the world. And if we don't find a way to prevent ethnic conflict, like different tribal groups trying to break out and try to do their own thing, which will lead to the extinction of our nation and our country and everything that we take for granted, then we're going to be fucked. We're going to live in a fucking, like, the Dark Ages, like Europe did after the fall of Rome. We can avoid that, but what we have to do is we have to congeal together, right? We have to make sure that
we need a fall. A good search to the top right. We need a fall. See, look, everybody.
No, we don't.
No, not that either.
We don't.
Yes, we need a lesson learned.
We're gonna start to wind this conversation. By the way, we're gonna have to wind this down. By the way, we're going for a little while now. But Turn Flame, I want you to wrap that up. But I actually like where you're going.
Well, look, like America is gonna fall, like the way it has been in the 20th century. That whole, like, us being the superpower and us getting the cheap shit from China and us not really people being concerned with whether or not they feel like working, or like being concerned with trivial things and like arguing about it. We're going to have things a lot more tough, like the way people had it in the 19th century and the early 20th century later on. And that's probably going to persist for a long time. But that will still leave us with a great nation where we'll have a high standard of living relative to the rest of the world. But that could devolve into ethnic conflict and separation. And we could end up like the way Europe was in the Dark Ages after the fall of Rome. We could end up like that. And I think it would be better if we decided that we're Americans and we're going to live together, rather than try to focus on like trying to make like a little black America or a little white America, or letting like little enclaves of foreigners that just got imported in. Because I'll tell you what, those guys will leave as soon as they're not getting checks from the government. They're completely living off of
I don't think they'll leave. I think they'll go cannibal, but no, they're not leaving.
I totally disagree with you. I agree with the.
You mean after all the cats are gone?
No.
All I'm saying is that we're going to have to learn to understand, like, as a whole, that we are the American nation again, regardless of what we look like on the outside. Like, everybody who believes the way we do that we're Americans, we're going to have to make sure that that remains strong, because the consequence of letting that go is really severe.
Okay, you're like an optimistic. Hey, Turin, you're an optimistic black pillar. You're the first one I've ever met, an optimistic black pillar.
I was just thinking those same two words, bro. That is an optimistic black pill.
Yo, check this out.
But it's not. No, but here's the thing. Here's why that doesn't work.
Damn.
And I'll tell you why.
I'm out, y'all. I ain't been able to finish no point. Peace, y'all. Peace.
Look, this is why that won't work. The American part will work. The together, congealing, be having pride in the red, white, and blue, that can happen. But the separation and delineation of your tribal culture has to happen in order for the bigger picture to happen, because of the way America is homogenous, right? There has to be a Chinatown, Italy, a Greek town, in order for you to celebrate your culture and food. But you're still a taxpayer and you're still beholden to the Constitution. So we are those people. What blacks, the difference between what you're saying and what's going on in Black America is there's an anti-American sentiment to motherfuckers that live in America. So that has to be crushed internally in order for the homogeny to happen. So you don't have niggas like Trey, like, man, they see the Black Americans come. That's where, bro. I want them to know, yo, that ain't us. Them funky ass Nigerians. Just because they Black, they ain't American. Like, you know what I mean? The order has to be restored.
I do understand what you're saying. Kind of how, like, at times in the past when you had different large groups of immigrants, like Irish and Poles and Germans, for example, At first, like there was a lot of ethnic conflict with them, but gradually that slipped to the wayside because they all accepted an American identity, right? Like they accepted that they were like a part of the American nation. And I'm just saying, like I'm not predicting what's going to happen. I'm just saying that's what's necessary if we want to keep what little we have. Because
You know
like,
what?
Torin,
Wait,
can I
real quick.
chime in what you said, Torin? Oh, go ahead, Bandit. My bad.
It's almost like you're saying culture is more important than race.
absolutely.
So why do we keep focusing? Why are we devolving always back to racial arguments when we should be all joining up together and saying this is American values? You either
Politics won't let us.
you
That's
either
why.
conform to our values or there's the door. And
Well,
I'm
because we're being okay, I can answer your question. Is because currently America, like all empires in collapse, is being ruled by a foreign, aloof, segregational elite.
yeah. So
Like
why would
a
listen to
foreign
Kamala
elite.
Harris?
Like all of America's policies, uh, are dictated by interests that are not American interests.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
foreign,
Torin,
foreign.
well,
Oh, sorry.
Bandit, Torin, here's the issue we have is that you have one half of the country that thinks, like you're saying, we're, conservative, far right, whatever you are. We're all, America first, basically surrounded around the ideas of being American. Whereas the other half, the left side, is all about identity politics,
Well,
which is
I'm
why
not.
you see so much infighting amongst them. And, I'm sorry, Black America leading the way in that freaking identity politics.
I'm not convinced that it's really a half and half split, though. I think that
Can
they're
I
like a vocal minority
I
that's
agree. I
supported by
agree to
the
that.
intel. Like, I think that their
can I get a
loudness
word
is
in?
supported by the media and the intel agencies and propaganda. They do their best to use like sorcery to try to make people think that
Can I
their ideas are big or that
just
those groups are powerful, but they're in reality
just
not actually so.
just
Andre,
real
jump
quick?
in there real quick.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. This is why I hopped up on the panel because Chuck Wu, like I was saying in the chat, like he's the African Dave. Like he actually has a ranch in Cuba to channel.
Well, I
I'm not
mean,
sure if you're aware of
Pan
that.
African. There's a pan. I think the Pan African thing, Black Americans may not see it this way but to be Pan African is to place your American nationality as like secondary or non existent, even. And to be Pan African is like you're serving the African interest more than you're actually serving your own American native interest. And I don't know if Black Americans really see it that way, or maybe they do and they do it out of spite.
No, worse than that. Worse than that.
The other reason why I hopped up on the panel too is like when you guys were asking him like if he's American or not, did you like I'm surprised none of you guys checked him on this, is that like he went into a story instead of a yes or no answer. Like, are you American? Yes or no, right? And he's talking
Oh,
about
we
his mom is
no.
his
On it
mom is
immediately.
African. It's like,
Yeah,
when he
dude, he
said
answered
what
the question. He answered the question
Answer the
very
question.
directly by not answering it directly.
Right.
Right,
When
we
he said
Like
saw that.
he made it clear what his position was.
right. My mama American means you're not American because women not try you are what your father is. But with that being
and
said,
and dirty. So like, what do you always say? What do you always say? Like who Black people are?
women, gays, and
Women, gays,
felons.
and felons. Yep.
So,
Prove your
so
point right there.
bro, I'm undefeated on this, bro. People just don't like the way I say it, but I'm trying to tell. Look, here's the thing about Pan African. It's worse than what Hood said. Worse. Because to say you're Pan African in Hood's definition, that means that you have more loyalty to Africa than America. It's worse. They like the idea of Africa. So you really only beholden to your imaginary friend. You're a toddler.
Hey, Lord ADS, you got any final thoughts? Because I want to wrap this thing up. We've at this for over 3 hours now.
Yeah, brother. I do have some questions at this point.
Sure.
Coon and Cat, I have a couple questions. So, are you guys asking for an alliance? And if so, the friend of our the friend of what is it? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Is that the alliance that we're talking about here? Because what happens?
I'm not talking about an alliance. I'm talking
It's
about
Turin and
brotherly.
Bandit, by the way. Turin is the
Yeah.
cat. Bandit is the coon, by the way.
Yes, I'm not talking about an alliance. I'm talking about brotherly love.
That sounded a little bit
Like,
gay, bro.
no, I'm talking about like us coming
Oh,
together.
Philly
as a
niggas
nation.
mad now. Philly niggas mad.
Hold on. Let him finish. Let him talk.
Look, if you're just thinking about it in terms of like we're like these separate bands and we're gonna like team up on this one issue, then it's not gonna work. Like that, like that's not sufficient. And guess what? Like I said, the alternative to that, which is very likely, is a lot worse.
That we become Latin America, which is a third world country. Was that
No, what we'll have is extreme violence.
Yugoslavia is what will happen.
Cleansing. We're going to have war that's like nothing that this continent's ever seen. So
you're
just
thinking
give that
South
a
America,
thought.
and I'm thinking South Africa, and its magnitude's worse than South America, I believe.
Yeah, no, Bosnia Herzegovina, 1994 is what it would look like.
I agree with that. I really do. And I don't think it's a friend of my enemy is my friend. I think it's we live here. We all under the same laws and rules, except for the people that come here who don't have to follow our laws, rules, or customs. It really is us against them. I understand what he's saying. There's a thing because
Dirty,
only men are tribal, right? Only men are tribal, right? So once you understand that, when you're a matriarchy, you don't believe in nation. Right? That's why you have all these quote unquote black women ready to give up penny for a foreign bitch.
Yep.
Right.
Well,
you only
Dirty,
believe
it's
in
worse than
whoever
that.
you-
Women want to be the national. They want you to be the slave to them.
No,
They want
no,
that is
no.
the
They want to
mentality.
be worshipped. They don't believe in nation. They believe in worship.
No,
Right.
their nation is themselves.
No, their nation is self, right? There you go.
Yes.
So it's not really. They don't see nation in any functional capacity the way we see it. Their nation is internalized.
No, they see
Because
village.
they're
That's what they see.
communal.
They don't
They're
see nation.
natural
They see a
providence.
village.
Right. They're in the nation of self-aggrandizing, right? So it's worship me because I'm a girl, right? And it's even worse now because fat girls want pretty girl privilege. It used to be at least you knew it was ugly, you had to hold the coats. Now they all want to be.
And this is why women don't understand like sports fandom, because they don't understand teams. They just know themselves, and that's it. That's why you'll never understand. Like girls go,
Because
"Why do you like
women are fans of whatever dick they sucking.
Yeah, they
Right.
don't give a shit. They don't
And that
understand the whole. But
the reason why I say a temporary alliance is because once this is all said and done, things go back to normal. That means the white man is back in his security blanket again, and he doesn't need us anymore. So these
Okay, Lord ABS, let me tell you something, Lord ABS. I have nothing in common with you, bro. Like, we may both be melanated, but I have nothing in common with you. When we go somewhere, like we all in a group, I'm going over there to kick it with Turin Flong and freaking Bandit because our ideologies, our culture, our mentality align. We have nothing alike, bro. Here's the problem. You look at other people of skin color and you think there's some kind of similarity. There isn't, bro.
Well, can I make something? I'd like to make a point.
Let me
Things are never.
Hold on, turn. ADS, yeah, you respond, please.
I'm thinking strategy, brother. You're thinking emotion. You're thinking about frames and ideologies. I'm thinking about the better of our.
Bro, what skin color is emotion, bro? Skin color.
Ahead right now, you're just thinking right here in the moment. You're not evolved enough to understand how this all works. So I'm
power to the people, bro. My 50 years on this earth. That's how it's been, right? Power to the people. The white man gonna hold us down, right?
Trey, hold on. Let's bring a little bit more seriousness to the conclusion. I see the issue that you laid out, Lord ADS.
We ain't letting them rock land on up.
Let me try to steal your position, ADS, because this is something I've heard so far. Dirty folks, you said this several times, and I've come to this position independently before you and I knew each other, and so when I heard you say it, I felt like there was something growing here. Maybe there's room for Black people to understand a certain thing. By numbers, we can't be number one. Just by numbers, we drastically outnumbered in this country, so we can't be number one. If we allow these other minorities to come in here, we could never, ever be number two. And so fight for number two and be respected in that, or die.
There you go.
Look, can I make
Lord ADS? I wanted to put that to Lord ADS. I'd like you to respond, and Torin, I got you as soon as he's done.
you're beating along the same path that I'm going on with this. You just called it out a little earlier. So that's what I'm sort of thinking too in this particular circumstance, because hierarchically, why we don't have the numbers to really compete against our counterparts like that. We're too decimated. So what we kind of need to do is, like you said, is maybe even form a temporary allegiance, because we know where it is. We know what happens next once this all gets cleared up. Things go back to normal, and normal isn't really good for us. It's not getting ahead. It's just going back to where you were.
Excuse me, but there is not.
Bandit, I'm gonna be that guy and be like, no, don't trust that nigga over there. Don't link up with us.
Order in the court. Order in the court. Sir, please. He was waiting to get in there.
Look, this concept that you're bringing forth of like going back to normal, your only frame of reference for that is the 20th century. And the 20th century was the most unique time that any nation has ever had in the entire history of the human race. Okay? That wasn't normal. Okay? What we have to look forward to is something that's a lot more tumultuous than anything that your grandparents ever could have dreamt of. The stability that every single person that you've ever known through your entire life took for granted won't exist. When you talk about going back to normal, I assume you mean like the relationship where like the whites racially oppress the ethnic minorities, like the blacks and all that. The kind of thing that you have to look forward to, if we don't put that type of thing aside, is extermination. Like, it's not going to be like, oh, we're going to like enslave and like abuse these people. It's going to be, you're going to be wiped off the face of the earth and be extinct. And that's going to apply to everyone. And it's going to be more horrible than anything you've ever seen. So I want you to think about that.
Man, doom and gloom, turn doom and gloom, man. But I'll bring it back. I'll be cool this time, man. But here's the thing. Like, I don't know how old you are, ABS, man, but there's never been this white oppression going on in any of our lifetimes up here. Not even in my mother's or father's, there wasn't this white oppression. You're talking about some mythology from people that are all dead now. But we're living at in modern times, the 20th century was the most prosperous, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, until that fucking Kenyan dude got elected. America was chilling. Everybody was together. America was so together on the day after 9/11. It was wild.
Crazy nigga. You get on my motherfucking nerves. I don't know who you are, nigga, but you're a dumbass.
I was so upset, bro. Okay, I see. I was dumbass. Now I pulled your card. I pulled his card. You see?
He's annoying though. He likes a little
what we're dealing with.
every once in a while.
You mean little brother?
No, Trey. You know you be taking shots. Don't act innocent, Trey.
I thought I was being cool. Hey, am I lying about the 80s and 90s?
This nigga don't even know his stuff.
But Trey, I'm kind of with you, and that was gonna be my question to
Go ahead. You got it. I can't deal with niggers.
No, that was gonna be my question to Lord ADS. When have you seen this racial revolt that white guys are just shooting niggas in the street? Like, where is the war? Like Trey saying it's not a war, but maybe there is. Maybe I'm in a segregated city. You know, all I see is niggas and spics. Maybe there's.
There you go. Now you're trying to figure out. Racism never went away. It just got smarter.
I see some white from about neighborhood too dirty. Hey, I got a video.
Hold on. Let me offer this to the chat, to the panel. Roy Benson says, "Nah, there were issues," and I accept that. And I'll never say that there were never. Hold on. Let me finish. I will never say that there were no racial issues. How can you ever imagine a life without issues? Who the fuck do you think you are?
When all the issues have been from niggas. All the problems come from niggas. Niggas started all the shit.
The issues will always be though. Like, hold on. Are we aiming for a life with no issues? Is that really what we're after? That sounds childish.
I'm saying the problems were self-imposed by the so-called blacks.
No, and I get you.
True.
I get you on that one, Trey. That's a different argument. It's like, because I'm of the belief that a lot of shit that went down, it wasn't the way we got told, right? Things were probably different than the civil rights hustle. You know what I mean? But that's another argument. All I'm saying is, though, we actually do have to make some deals. We have to be clear-eyed and try to make deals to survive into the future. And the arguments of the past won't really help the deal.
Yeah, can I speak on this?
The Native Americans made deals and see what happened to them.
Okay.
Well,
I've been patient.
Just real quick, just aiming for a life with no issues sounds kind of gay. I'm
yeah,
throwing it out there.
It does.
Yeah. Bandit, yeah. Hold on, Bandit asked for the floor. Let me get it real quick.
All right. So, first off, why is it such a bad thing to work with other races? I don't understand this concept at all. Like,
okay, let's do this.
Okay, no, let me finish. I've been patient, waiting everybody to speak. If we're aligned, if we and other races can work together, like we have a good vested interest. Maybe we can break all these damn barriers that are tearing us all apart and actually focus on the real problems instead of worrying about this stupid minutia shit. Like I'm sick of the whole us versus them, just because of skin color. Like, you guys see me all the time. I'm here, like, I want to coalition build and get shit actually accomplished and not worried about this stupid racial shit. Like, are we past this point? Like, when is there going to be a point when, okay, 100 years ago, shit went down, shit was bad. I understand that. Okay. However, I wasn't alive then. My parents were barely alive then. Like, when is there a point when we have to stand up on ourselves and say, okay, the past was shit, but we're going to fix it so this never happens again and we can learn from it? Like, I understand there's animosity. I understand that you're worried about getting burned again. I understand all that shit. But the only way, we either work together or another group's going to wipe us all out. Those are the options here. That's it.
Okay.
Exactly. We will be beset on all sides. Like currently America says jump and most nations of the world say how high. Imagine a situation when we're getting sanctioned. Imagine a situation where all of our neighbors are flying jet planes over us all the time. And I don't mean to land at LAX. I mean with bombs and missiles on them.
Listen, I kind of like being a
Americans
superpower,
so
bro.
Damn much. Like,
being a superpower
we
love
either get together.
I want to answer his question though. He asked a real poignant question about why people can't work together, and I would like to respond that they do. Here's the problem, right? This is why Black people can't get past slavery, because slavery was the best time in American history for Black women, and they can't get rid of Black women, right? So you have to relive we was king's moment, and slavery was their king. That's why they don't go prior to slavery. That's why they don't talk about the advancements after slavery, and Jim Crow is arguably worse than slavery, but they don't talk about Jim Crow like that. Matter of fact, Jim Crow is what they think slavery was, right?
Yep.
So you're asking a people where 70% of the people that go to jail over a girl, not even over money, over a bitch. And you're telling them, look, my whole life has been I have judged my manhood based on a woman. Like, everything that makes me a man is dependent on how a woman feels about me being a man. And her best time was when she had me in slavery. And you want me to give that up for you? And we can go back to the broken treaties with the Americans and all that happened. But I can also say that I've never gotten a job when Keisha was in human resources. Even gay white men have hired me. Keisha ain't never hired me. She don't want to see me feed my mom. Old men and white men have hired me. One time, a white woman, that was shocking, but she was Greek, so I don't know how white she is.
I want to get ADS to comment in here, because I want to both sides the argument as much as can. I always enjoy when I have people to hold the other side of an argument.
Okay, I'll make you a deal. Let's make it open, right? The word race is a social construct used by Europeans in the 1500s, popularized in American history because of slavery, right? Let's remove the word race altogether and just say we're all Americans, Are you willing to say that? To say, okay, this is an equal battlefield, equal playing field. We all get the same benefits. We all get the same rights. No one gets treated differently. Are we really willing to say that?
Hell yes, I've been saying
Yes.
that. I've been saying that
Yes.
for
Like I
decades.
said, it's necessary.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Was that not the goal of the civil rights movement? Wasn't that always what black people have asked for before we started having all these immigrants in here? Sorry, I mean not sorry. ADS. That's a question to you.
And now you're beating once again, Hook Conservative. You're beating me to my points, brother.
Okay, finish. Elaborate.
Because we've already asked for that, right? A million times over, and it's never been granted because there is a social hierarchy in America. And a lot of
Now
it's
wait
based
just a
on
minute. Wait just a minute.
Simple
Not
question.
one.
Let me ask a simple question. Let me hold on real quick. Let me ask a simple question. What right do you not have?
I was gonna do that. Go for it. I was gonna ask ADS. You have to respond. What rights do we not have, ADS?
the rights to very simplistic things, right? Like equal rights to laws to have selective enforcement. That's one part of it. It seems like it's always the enforcement on our end versus the protect and serve piece of it, right? For us. Secondary.
Which right, bro? Which right? You said a specific right. Which one? Which law?
That's across the board,
Well,
brother. If you ever notice, there's selective enforcement of the law. That's just the way it's
Which
always
law?
Well,
Like
just,
what?
just
Child support?
just,
Jaywalking?
just,
What are we talking
Say
about?
accounting and
Hold on,
taxes,
one at a
right?
time. One at a time. Let them respond.
Say accounting and taxes, right? You are a different tax bracket. You can say you're in the same tax bracket as the same guy, but in reality, your accounting's a little bit different, right? I'm just saying from my experience, saying it's always something dealing with, saying other government entities, saying if you're making money.
You know something?
It's like they're always talking
realize
about your cash. No. He said, let me go.
You still got it.
All right. Also, let's be honest, when it comes to traffic stops in America, they're disproportionately black. Until the Latin people got here. Now they're starting to lean more towards that direction, right? That's a big stop too.
How does that apply in all white areas?
well, just real quick, Angel made a comment in the chat.
There you go.
Yes, Michael, he belongs to the blacks. Like he's never going to be white, even if he bleaches skin.
Yeah, I saw that. I highlighted that for a second.
You know something?
Dre, you gotta, Andre, you
I
gotta do something about your audio, bro. Your audio's so off, man. I gotta strain to hear.
Hey, yo,
you.
keep on wanting to come back on the panel, bro.
I would like to point out or ask a question. How does that that work with black people being predominantly more pulled over more by cops than white people? How does that work in areas that are predominantly white or all white?
Less traffic stops. You notice
think?
that the
Have you ever lived in it? Have you ever lived in an all white or predominantly white town?
Yes, I'm from Henderson, Kentucky. I have, yes.
Then you should absolutely know that there's not less traffic stops. Actually, they start focusing on the poor. Same thing they do in the hood. They focus on the poor, the people that don't have money.
Thank you for that.
That tends to follow everywhere you go in these communities. I've lived in nice neighborhoods and I've lived in poor neighborhoods. There's a difference in the way that.
Did you upgrade or downgrade? Did you upgrade or downgrade?
No,
Serious question.
Trey, stop. So I think there's a better question. Let me try to take a stab at it.
Yeah.
ADS, is it possible that black people have a misdiagnosis problem? We blame racism when things may not happen to black people more because you're just black. Maybe it happens to black people, like when he says the poor, maybe it happens to black people because black people are poor and defenseless. Maybe some things happen to black people because of internal reasons, not necessarily because racism and somebody hates you.
Are you talking about all cases? But you got to admit, in a lot of cases, that is the sentiment, my friend.
No, I would admit that in an extreme minority of cases, is it purely somebody racially hates you?
That's why you have DI laws, diversity, inclusion. You know what I'm saying? Where do you think that comes from? Because black folks,
it comes from gay communists. I don't believe their motivation.
You know what I'm saying?
God, man, this nigga's a gun. This nigga's a gun, bro.
Let him speak. We're not going to do that. Let's not do that. Let him speak.
Even though those may not affect me personally, they affect other people.
Because you couldn't get it. You're not diverse. Let me explain something to you. Because it was the EEOC, right? The Equal Opportunity Employment Council, EOC, right? That's the reason you got to put your age and your race and all that on your application, right? Before it was that, It was the black
So you don't
hybrid.
have to put your race
You
on
don't
there.
have
You can
to. It's
actually
optional.
you can opt out.
You opt out. But then, they don't get the Fed money for being a felon on Snap. Shit. But anyway, the reason it was created is because black men were last hired, first fired. So it was a Black Man Act in 1963 when it passed. Then Martin got killed, Malcolm dead. By 1968, these cuckold niggas like Jesse Jackson made it for women too. And all of a sudden, you weren't a black man, you're a minority. And white women got the same benefits. Now, what ended up happening is after that, they rebrand, right? So now it's DEI. But all DEI hires, all they did was included gay. So now you still got women, you still got black women being double minorities, and Becky can get a job. Now you
minority
can be gay and get a job, and it's part of diversity and equity. That has nothing to do with being a heterosexual man. Nothing. You should be against that.
Well, not only that. To add to what Dirty's saying, I've been to enough places and I've watched the hiring process enough to know that I've seen more black women not hire black men before anybody else.
Yep.
And that's a fact, dude. Every time I've seen a black woman in a human resources, she is always fucking just over the top when it comes to brothers. But yet, same type of person will get on these panels talking about how they care about, the black community and they stand with the brother. But yet they won't hire the brother. And then want to sit and tell them that it's racism that caused it.
I would like to point out the fact that not a single black American man ever voted for the black man's right to vote. Ever. That didn't happen.
Whoa,
the only American men that voted for the black man's right to vote were white men.
I think we're going to wrap this up on that point. That was a great closing argument right there.
So
Lord ADS.
Or do we not have a deal then? Turin and Bandit?
I mean, it's not on us to be the racial spokesman to make a deal, but I appreciate the sentiment.
I'm 100% down for that. If you want to just known for that, go. Let's do it. I'll sign the papers today. I mean, come on.
Snowman, you my overseer, right? You see how easy they
We building the movement over here, ADS. We building the movement, bro. Welcome to the gang, man.
Welcome to the gulag, man.
Thank you all for the introduction.
Been a member since
I've been a member since 2020.
Everyone else was pretty cool.
I know. Listen, we got a lot of rough people around here too, but I try to make room for everybody. You just got to learn to sometimes fight your battles. I'm not gonna intervene in every moment. You know what I mean?
That was
Dirty. What you call Snowman? You called him your micker?
Yeah, he my
Shut
micker.
the fuck up, you idiot.
Yeah, it's my micker. That's my.
See, we fight over here sometimes, but we bros though. But listen, we gotta wrap this thing up because we actually had a great discussion with Chuck. I appreciate you coming up. You actually kind of kicked off a very great line of conversation, and it pushed me a little bit past the time I wanted to go. And then ADS, you kind of picked up the tail end of it. And I appreciate when I have guys to come up and pose counter arguments and actually hold the ground and not run away angrily or whatever. Like you stood your ground and you didn't, blow up, and it was great. And I appreciate everything that just happened.
Yeah,
today.
we respect the shit out of that.
Yeah, so thank you to everybody. Keep them 100, man. You always welcome back, but you microphone supremacy is also a thing too, 100. You know how that go, bro. You always welcome back into the fight up here, bro. But thank you guys for appearing, man. I appreciate everybody for joining the show. Thank you everybody who donated. Thank you to everybody who just popped up in the chat to say hi, man. We got to end this thing. We got to wrap this up. This is actually a very great
I want to watch the playback, all right?
Say what?
I said keep this up. I want to watch the playback, all right?
Oh, it ain't going nowhere. This is perfect, bro. This is a perfect show.
I just want those papers to sign. That's all.
I should just ruin it by doing J bombs.
See, nah, you motherfucker.
I'm monetizing you. I'm monetizing your shit, bro. You good?
I know. Listen, everybody must eat, bro. No J bombing, bro.
It's like I should take my little micker friend and we should do a show real quick.
Y'all should do that. I might pop up.
I'm glad that we didn't end up talking about that Ross guy because he gave off the don't look at his phone's history sort of vibe to me.
One thing I do like, this is like a new thing in white culture. there's this new vibe where you guys go around and just like have these videos where you beat up the P-Files. And I love that for white guys. I think you guys got to start fresh. You guys got to start bullying again, man. Get your spirit back. That shit was dope.
Yeah, I've been saying make bullying great again, man, for quite a while now.
I've been saying that too.
Yeah, Chris Hansen was doing it.
You know, because I'm a firm believer that people are too soft. People take shit entirely too personal, and everybody should be offended every day, daily. That way they can learn how to deal with it in a fucking natural way instead of being a bunch of pansies.
Yeah,
guys, we got.
While we're at it, we could bring in dodgeball.
Dude, dodgeball would be great.
Yeah, dude, I love dodgeball.
Does anybody have an after party for this? Anybody have
Yeah, I have after party.
Somebody fire up the stream real quick, man.
Yeah, I'm
if you want, I'll build a fucking StreamYard real
no,
quick.
I'm because I already had it. So
No, because I can't fucking stream you can't simulcast because you're too fucking cheap to pay for it. For StreamYard, dude. Are you serious? Nobody can. You'll come to everybody else's fucking streams and simulcast their shit, but you're too fucking cheap to pay for StreamYard so everyone else can do it when you stream.
Wait,
You a true Negro, dude. You a true Negro.
I went to I got off
take and never give anything back.
Now you can steal like I steal. Look, bro.
You upgraded?
Never give anything back.
Hold on, Dirty said you upgraded, bro.
No, I did a lateral move. I went to not Stream. Is it Stream.io? Some shit like that.
No, he didn't fucking upgrade because he's fucking cheap. He's a cheap ass Negro.
No, it's the same $19 a month. I just went somewhere else, bro. I wasn't gonna get three. I went to Disney.
Why? When everybody you know uses the same platform, you just got to be fucking different to make things difficult, don't you?
Oh man.
Wait, man. What's going on?
Just send the link.
Why can't we be friends?
Let's try to shut down. So let's move over to fucking Dirty or Angry.
Yeah, we stream.
Let me fucking set up.
Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Everybody must eat. Yes.
Yeah, restream, bro. You can restream.
Nah, dude, I'm setting up a studio.
You gotta let
now.
everybody eat, Dirty, bro. You gotta let everybody eat, man. We going to Snowman's house so everybody can eat off his house.
Oh man, y'all motherfuckers.
Snowman be setting out like
cultural appropriation,
cold cuts, and you go to white people's house, they be having little cheese trays and shit.
This is cultural appropriation, bro. Y'all,
hey, there's nothing wrong with the good
black man for the white man. Y'all treat me like Janet Jackson.
It's true about the cheese trays and the little meats and fruit and stuff.
I just found it's called chartreuse or something, right? Charcuterie.
Charcuterie board.
Chartreuse.
There you go. I just learned a new white word earlier. Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. It's the
and
board
the cheese balls you could dip the crackers into. Like, that's great.
I like.
Yeah, I got trauma over there too.
Or
I like
wrapped
trauma
in cream cheese. Oh, so good.
See, this is why we going to Snowman's house.
All right, man.
Hurry up, fire up, Chuck.
I'm getting ready to drop the StreamYard link in the back for.
I'm holding the gate open so we can just make a nice, smooth transition, man.
Give me a second. I'm gonna put the StreamYard link in the back, and then I'll drop the fucking YouTube link in the chat.
We're going to a clan. We're going to a clan meeting.
You sound like you don't want all these niggas in your house all of a sudden, Snowman.
I don't mind. There it is, man. The link's in the back. Give me a second. Yes, sir.
No more cursed cats, brother. No more cursed cats.
Cursed cat.
Yeah, brother. That's
just this white man though. He be doing stuff you can't monetize. He playing all type of regular music and
shut the fuck up, dude. Who asked you?
Cats.
Don't fucking share the first 10 minutes of my show then. Stop being a crybaby. Jesus fucking Christ.
Your foreplay trash, bro.
Man, I miss when I was your favorite black guy, man.
Who, you?
Fuck you, Dirty.
What happened?
Dirty's more fun, man. I can get under his skin.
Pause.
Yeah.
I swear, and see, we can't let y'all talk together too long. Sooner or later, it starts to
it starts sounding really fucking gay, don't it?
I swear to God, bro, y'all gotta work that shit out, man.
All right, the link's in the chat. The fucking StreamYard link's in the back. I'm out of here. Deuces.
All right, Sean. Click that link, y'all.
All right, I'll see you over there.
Yeah, good show. Good. You know what I'm saying? Have a good night, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody. Yo, thank y'all, man. We out of here, man.
It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.